Hey everyone, get ready to dive into the awesome Philippines. This vlog is all about this cool island country where the amazing paths meets the traditions that are still alive today. Let's explore the treasures of the Philippines, a journey through history, culture, and tradition. First, we have a bayanihan spirit, the traditional Filipino value of helping one another, known as bayanihan, involves community members volunteering to help a family move their house by literally carrying it to a new location. These practices showcases the Filipinos' communal spirit and their deep-rooted sense of community and cooperation. In the Philippines, the bayanihan spirit is one of communal unity, helping others without expecting rewards to achieve a certain goal. In earlier days, when houses were made of lighter materials such as coconut leaves, bayanihan also meant helping one's neighbors move their house literally. Next is Philippine Festival. Fiestas are one of the most colorful and celebrated traditions in the Philippines, reflecting the fun-loving spirit of Filipinos. Each town and city celebrates its own fiesta in honor of a patron saint, featuring parades, dances, and feasts illustrating the blend of indigenous and Christian traditions. There are fiestas throughout the Philippines to celebrate events in the life of Jesus and Mary, and to honor saints who lived long ago. When the Spaniards came, many communities were given names of saints. Nearly all towns have a patron saint to remember. Fiestas were effective in attracting people to come into church via religious dramas, colorful processions, and an abundance of food. Even when the Spaniards left, fiestas were celebrated to thank and praise the patron saint for his abundant blessings like good harvest and hope. Next, we have jeepney. Pinoy jeepneys were first made in 1945, just after World War II, to solve the mass transportation problem. Filipinos upcycled the surplus jeeps brought to the Philippines by American troops. Jeepneys are a well-known representation of Filipino culture and have been essential to the nation's transportation system for over 70 years. These vibrant, colorful vehicles have become an important part of Filipino identity and have been represented in various artworks, including paintings. The jeepney as a public transportation is unique to the Philippines. It is a proudly Pinoy creation. Considering its history, it has also become a reflection of the Filipino spirit. Next, we have balangay boats. Ancient Filipinos were excellent seafarers, and the balangay boats are a significant part of this maritime heritage. These boats were used for boat migration and trade across the Southeast Asian archipelago, showing the early Filipinos' advanced skills in boat making and navigation. Aside from being used in trade and war, bangka were of central significance to various cultures throughout the Philippines. Villages were known as barangay, derived from balangay, a common large boat type. The balangay was the first wooden boat that was excavated in Southeast Asia. Next, we have Mactan Shrine, Cebu. Mactan Shrine, Cebu, located along Punta Engaño Road on the northern part of Mactan Island in Cebu. The Mactan Shrine encompasses two monuments, the Lapu-Lapu Shrine on one and the Magellan Marker. On the other, the site faces the Magellan Bay, a reminder of the Battle of Mactan, which took place in April 1521 between the Spanish troops led by Portuguese explorer Magellan and the Mactan natives led by Lapu-Lapu. The battle led to the defeat of the Spaniards, causing them to retreat. Next, we have Philippine mythology and folklore, rich with tales of god and goddesses, spirits, and mythical creatures. Philippine mythology provides a fascinating glimpse into the country's indigenous beliefs, systems, and how these beliefs have shaped Filipino culture. Delving into the heart of the Philippines, indigenous lore reveals a world where the natural and supernatural intertwine. Filipino mythology is populated with a vast array of beings, from the Diwatas, who oversee natural elements and phenomena, to mythical creatures like the Aswang and Kapre. These stories pass down through generations, not only entertain but also impart moral lessons and reflect the deep respect for nature inherent in many Filipino communities. Next is the traditional Filipino clothing. The Barong Tagalog and the Filipiniana are not merely traditional garments but symbols of Filipino identity and pride. The Tagalog made from fine piña fabric is a staple of the male formal wear, known for its elegance and resilience, symbolizing the Filipino man's strength and dignity. The Filipiniana, with its butterfly sleeves and exquisite embroidery, celebrates the grace and beauty of the Filipino woman. These garments are worn with pride on special occasions, embodying the rich cultural heritage of the Philippines. The Barong Tagalog and the Filipiniana are the traditional Filipino garments that have evolved over centuries but continue to be symbols of Filipino identity and elegance in formal attire. Next, we have the Sinulog Festival. The Sinulog Festival celebrates in the arrival and spread of Christianity in the Philippines, symbolized by Santo Niño. The annual Sinulog Festival in Cebu marks Christianity's arrival in the Philippines. Sinulog, Dinagyang, and all other festivals in the country gain inspiration from the Ati-Atihan, and this is the reason why it is called the mother of all the Philippine festivals. Festival dances are cultural dances performed to the strong beats of percussion, instrument by community of people sharing the same culture, usually done in honor of a patron saint or in thanksgiving of a bountiful harvest. Festival dances may be religious or secular in the nature. Sinulog has taken on its own identity as an art form. It incorporates the elements of dance, beats and rhythm, music, pageantry, and others, even drama, into something that's unmistakable Sinulog. Next, we have a balikbayan boxes, a modern tradition among Filipinos working abroad, sending home boxes filled with gifts and goods to their families in the Philippines. It symbolizes the enduring bonds of Filipino families despite the distance. Filipinos love receiving balikbayan boxes from family members abroad because they represent the love and affection of the sender. Though they contain material gifts, the boxes themselves are more significant as symbols of being remembered by loved ones far away. It's large, easy to assemble, and sturdy cardboard box filled with all sorts of items destined for loved ones back in the Philippines. Typically, Filipino immigrants send cash household goods such as toothpaste, tea bags, magazine, toiletries, candy, toys, used clothes, and special request gift. Next, we have a Simbang Gabi. Simbang Gabi, which literally means evening or night mass, is a Filipino Christmas tradition as a devotional practice in the tradition of the Novena. It is a series of 9 evening masses usually celebrated during Advent from December 16 to 24 in preparation for Christmas Day. Simbang Gabi originated from the Missa Aurea, Golden Mass or Angel's Mass, practiced by the Roman Catholic Church. The tradition was introduced by the Spanish friars at the start of the Catholic evangelization of the Philippines, specifically to allow farmers to hear Mass before going to the fields in the morning. A series of 9 dawn masses leading of the Christmas Day, reflecting the deep-rooted Christian faith of the Filipino people. It's a time for communal prayer, reflection, and anticipation for the celebration of Christ's birth. Next, we have a Harana. Harana, the Filipino serenade, is a dating tradition practiced in Filipino culture, originally influenced by the Spanish. In this tradition, a man will get a group of his friends together to go to the window of the woman who he admires. His musician friends accompany him as he sings to the woman. The traditional form of courtship in the Philippines where men serenade the woman they're courting at her window. It is a romantic gesture that has been practiced for centuries, showcasing the Filipinos' love for music and affection. Love is a major aspect of our Filipino culture. We believe in love and reflect it in how we treat our loved ones. Next, we have Pamamanhikan. Pamamanhikan is a beautiful and unique Filipino tradition that is deeply rooted in the country's culture of family and respect. This tradition involves the family of the groom visiting the family of the bride, formally ask for hand in marriage. It's a significant event that symbolizes the joining of two families, not just the couple. During the visit, both families sit together to discuss the wedding plans, exchange family histories, and get to know each other better. This gathering is often accompanied by a feast prepared by the bride's family, showcasing Filipino hospitality and cuisine. The tradition of Pamamanhikan highlights the importance of family, blessings, and unity in Filipino culture, making it a rich and heartwarming practice that celebrates love, respect, and community. Next is Pagmamano.
This is an indication of respect towards seniors. A younger person will place their right hand on elder's right hand while greeting them, touching their forehead to the elder's palm. Younger individuals might express their gratitude to their elders for their advice and assistance. By doing this, pagmamano is frequently used to welcome elders, such as when entering their homes or asking for their blessing. It can also be used to express thankfulness or make an apology request. In addition, you can hear Filipinos saying po and opo. In the Philippines, when speaking to elders or other people they respect, Filipinos use these words to express their respect. Filipinos believe that respect is not something that is requested. Instead, it is something that is given to someone who deserves it. You must respect yourself before you can expect others to respect you. Next, we have Filipino dessert, halo-halo. Halo-halo is a vibrant and visually captivating Filipino dessert that is as intriguing as it's refreshing. Its name, translating to mix in English, perfectly captures the essence of this colorful treat. Halo-halo is a delightful concoction made by layering shaved ice with various ingredients, such as sweetened beans, fruits, tapioca, and jelly, topped with leche plan, purple yam, ubi paste, and a scoop of ice cream. The magic of halo-halo lies in its textures and the explosion of flavors, offering a unique taste experienced with a very spoonful. This dessert not only cools you down on a hot day but also offers a state of the Philippines' diverse culinary landscape, making it a must-try for anyone exploring the country's rich food culture. Next, we have a Noche Buena. Noche Buena translates to the good night and is celebrated in distinct ways by different cultures and religions. The holiday has long ties to Catholicism and celebrates the night before the birth of Christ. For Catholic Filipinos, Christmas Eve on December 24 is celebrated with the Midnight Mass and the traditional Noche Buena, Filipino Spanish Good Night feast. Family members dine together at around midnight. Next, we have the Banawe Rice Terraces. Hagdan-hagdang palayan ng Banawe are terraces that were carved into the mountains of Banawe, Ifugao in the Philippines by the ancestors of the Igorot people. The terraces are occasionally called the Eighth Wonder of the World, carved into the mountains of Ifugao by the ancestors of the indigenous people over 2,000 years ago. The Banawe rice terraces are a testament to the ingenuity and engineering process of ancient Filipinos. These terraces not only produce rice but also create a unique ecological system, promoting biodiversity and preserving ancient farming methods. They represent a harmonious relationship between humans and their environment, an embodiment of sustainability and cultural continuity. Next, we have a Kamayan Fest. Kamayan-style dining is also known as Budol Fight, named after the Filipino army style of eating. After a long day of marching, soldiers would eat off a banana leaves in the native tradition since they couldn't carry plates and utensils with them easily. Embrace the Filipino tradition of Kamayan, an eating practice that means with hands. This communal dining experience involves a spread of food laid out on banana leaves, where everyone eats with their hands, sharing a meal in the most direct and communal way possible. It's a celebration of Filipino food, unity, and the simple joy of sharing a meal, highlighting the warmth and inclusivity of Filipino hospitality. Next, we have a Filipino food, lechon. Food is more than just what you consume. They share stories with you in ways that you are unaware of. The culture and traditions of the Philippines are fundamentally reflected in Filipino cuisine, simply by making each dish unique. Filipinos elevate every occasion. Lechon is one of the most popular Filipino dishes that you need to try in the Philippines. Next, we have the indigenous tribes in the Philippines. The Philippines is home to numerous indigenous tribes, each with their own distinct languages, traditions, and social systems. Learning about these tribes offers a window into the country's diverse cultural heritage. The Philippines is a mosaic of culture with over 100 indigenous tribes, such as the Igorot, Lumad, and Ita, each with their own distinct languages, traditions, and system of beliefs. These communities have maintained their traditional ways of life despite the pressures of the modernization and enrichment on their lands. their knowledge of agriculture, herbal medicine, and environmental stewardship, alongside vibrant traditions of weaving, dance, and music, are invaluable assets to the national heritage and offer lessons in sustainability and resilience. Last is Filipino traditional games. Filipino traditional games known as Laro ng Lahi are an essential part of the Philippines' cultural heritage, emphasizing physical activity, social bonding, and life skills. Games like Pico, which is akin to hopscotch, Tumbang Preso, involving knocking down a can with slippers, and Patintero, a strategic games of crossing lines, highlighting the unique blend of physical agility, strategy, and teamwork inherent in these activities. Sipa, similar to Hacky Sack, and Loksong Tinik, a high jump game, further showcase the dexterity and competitive spirit of Filipino play. These games not only provide entertainment but also teach valuable lessons in teamwork, respect, and resilience, reflecting the rich cultural tapestry of the Philippines.